I got demoted for not being a team player, so I quietly bought the company. Okay, this is gonna sound fake, but I promise it's 100% real and extremely stupid in the best way possible. So, a couple of years ago, I, then 34 million, worked for a mid sized software company. Let's call it TechZen. I had been there for 5 years, started as a product manager, and worked my way up to director. My team loved me, I think. We were crushing KPIs, and I was pretty tight with the engineers. No drama, just good work. Enter Chad. Chad, yes, real name, and yes, it fits, was hired as the new VP of Operations. Came in loud, flashy, and obsessed with things like visible leadership and power presence. He also had a habit of calling people rock stars unironically and referring to himself in the third person during all hands meetings. He once wore a headset mic during a Monday meeting. There were 12 people there. Within a month, he called me into his glass office. Listen, he said, folding his hands like some kind of off-brand Bond villain, you're too behind the scenes. We need people who command the room. You're not giving main character energy. I laughed. Mistake. He didn't appreciate that. Apparently, my tendency to let others speak first, listen carefully, and then make strategic decisions wasn't powerful enough. He wanted TED Talk energy 24/7. Long story short, I got reassigned to a support role. No reports, no strategy. Just spreadsheets and silence, a demotion without the title change. My new job description was literally 3 bullet points long. I was essentially office furniture with Wi-Fi. Now, here's the part where I admit something. I wasn't just a director, I was also a silent investor. When TechZen was founded, I had a small inheritance from my grandfather that I used to buy 4% of the company. I stayed silent for years because I liked being on the ground floor. But Chad made me reconsider. Instead of quitting, I did what any petty spreadsheet gremlin would do. I started buying more shares, quietly. Over 6 months, I increased my stake to 27%. I made offers through Shell LLCs. Even my LinkedIn said I was taking time to reflect. I attended shareholder updates like a bored guy trying to stay awake at a wedding. Meanwhile, Chad continued his reign of PowerPoints and self-congratulatory emails. He gave himself Employee of the Month 3 times. Once he CC'd the whole company just to tell us he meditated for 30 minutes and realigned his core. He asked the design team to make him a custom email signature that included the phrase VP of Momentum. He held a company-wide meeting to introduce walking brainstorms. It was literally just walking in circles around the office pretending to think. People were starting to hate it. Morale dropped. Turnover increased. Chad blamed remote work culture erosion. Finally, the annual shareholder meeting came. Chad strutted in like he owned the place. I walked in through the side door and took a seat at the front. He looked at me with a slight head tilt. "Excuse me," he said, confused. "That section is for board members only." I smiled. "Yeah, I know." You could hear the brain reboot. When the chair called the meeting to order, I introduced myself, formally, for the first time. "Hi, I'm Sam. I now hold the largest individual stake in TechZen, and I'd like to propose a motion to restructure executive leadership." There was a stunned silence. Chad chuckled nervously. "Wait, are you serious?" "Oh, 100%. The motion passed. The board removed him. HR escorted him out. He tried to high-five them on the way. They declined. One actually said, "Please don't." As he walked past me, he muttered, "You don't have what it takes to be a leader." I replied, "Yet somehow, here we are." I didn't make myself CEO. I promoted one of our senior engineers, Aisha, who had been doing half the CTO's job anyway. She was sharp, kind, and unflinchingly competent. She once saved a product launch by hotfixing something while eating a granola bar. Legend. As for me, I went back to building. I moved into a quieter office. Same badge, same coffee mug. But now when I speak, people listen. Mostly because they know I could probably buy the building they're standing in. Oh, and the support role Chad put me in? I kept that department and turned it into a training hub. It's now the most efficient team in the building. And yes, every year on the anniversary of Chad's departure, someone leaves a custom trophy on my desk. It says, "Most likely to quietly own the room." If you like to watch more videos, please hit the subscribe button and notification bell.